I'm still here in the Chicken Trials. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with me, Lucy. Hi, how's everyone doing? I wanted to have another quick look around here before I left, and I found a couple secrets I missed. So first off, there's a thing here, which I never realized. I don't have a key for it though, but it's good to know that there's another one we can activate. And I also found this. Check this out. Don't know how I missed this. If you go behind here, there is a chest with a cake, a diamond, and a block of iron, and also another one of these. And that's a blue one. Unfortunately, I don't have any keys for that one either. But I had sort of an idea. I don't know how I didn't think of this last time, but we do have different levels of Bad Omen. We've got Bad Omen 5. So I wonder if the way to get the mace's stuff, I don't know what the actual block is called, but there's like a little part you get for it. I wonder if you need to have a specific level of Bad Omen to be able to have a chance of actually getting it from the loot table. Maybe even Bad Omen 5. I'm not going to try it just now, but it could be an experiment later on. Now, how do I get out of here? Or suppose, where am I putting the nether portal? And this dead end will do nicely for it, I think. Oh, we're right outside another fortress, huh? Let's see if I can figure out where we are. I don't recognize this fortress, I don't think. And we're back. It's actually really not far from here. It's just a bit of difficult terrain to navigate because it's pretty much all one of these soul sand valleys. But we're home now. Okay, I have been waiting for this moment for a very long time. I'm so excited to get into it. Let's make some crafters. I cannot wait to automate some of these farms here. So this is my bamboo farm, and the bamboo does pile up. It's not too bad just now because I've been taking a bunch of it out to use for the Fletcher trades, just to make sticks. But unfortunately, it does pile up very quickly. Or maybe fortunately, because it is the bamboo. And that's what we want. We want the crafter here. So let's make a bunch of them. Now, I think I'm only going to need the one for the bamboo farm. And I think I'm also going to need one for the melon farm. This is also not too bad just now because I've been taking them, the melons out, manually crafting them into full blocks and then selling them to the farmers. But it's manual labor. I don't have to do so. So let's automate this. I'm going to start with the bamboo though because they've got a bit of space here and I think I can just kind of figure out what I need to do here. So what I think I want is, I think I only want this last chest here. Or maybe, we got 5 chests. To be honest, we don't need 5 double chests of bamboo, do we? We probably want some just in case we need it for something else. But the rest we should be able to just craft into full blocks. How about from this chest onwards here? Yeah, 2 full chests of bamboo and then any overflow goes into here, which gets crafted into bamboo blocks. I think that's what we want. We could also set up a crafter to craft them into sticks automatically. Let's actually see what is more efficient. So you need 9 bamboo to make a bamboo block, which gives you 2 planks, and you can convert that into 4 sticks. So 9 bamboo into 4 sticks, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 bamboo into 4 sticks. So 8 bamboo into 4 sticks is obviously better, slightly more efficient. Do I care that much about having that many sticks though? Probably not. We'll leave it for just now. Let's just make it into full bamboo blocks for now because I do use these for building. So let's do that. Let's see. So how do we use the crafter? Actually, I need to put in like that. Okay, yeah. So we just need to leave every slot available, and I think I'm gonna need some chests. So let's make some chests. We're gonna need a hopper. I haven't played around with this at all, even in any snapshots. So can I put this on top like that? That probably won't work because we need the hopper to grab from here. And this needs a pickaxe to break it. Okay, so we want crafter. Oh, it's upside down. Crafter into. Oh, how do I place the hopper there now? Into hopper. Does automatically start filling it up? Yeah. And then I think all you need Yeah, it's gonna start filling up. It needs a redstone pulse to start producing the items. So we want a redstone pulse only to come out when it's full, I think. So can we make a comparator? Oh, I've got some. I've got some comparators. Comparator, and this needs to be at 9. What's the best way to do this? Is it a lectern? Guys, I changed my mind. I don't think I need a lectern here, so I've read up into it a little bit. And I think you only need a comparator to detect when you need to send a pulse if the items could be used to craft anything else. So for example, if we want to craft yeah, this would be a good example. So if you want to craft full iron blocks, if you just have the pulse sticking constantly, sometimes you might end up with pressure plates instead, because it'll do this, like as it's slowly putting in the items. And there's a few different options there you can see. And it always puts in the items left to right like so. With bamboo blocks, sorry, the bamboo normal, they would have to be like this to make a stick. Like this doesn't do anything. And there's no other crafting crafting options, so I think we're fine just to put it straight in. We need some sort of a pulse here, I think, so let's just do and then pop a block here. Look at it go. Okay, and now if I put a chest in front of here. God, it's crafting very fast. I put a chest in here and like this. And then it doesn't need another hopper or anything, you just put it straight into the chest as it goes. Okay, great. And it's just gonna keep going and do that until I can't, I guess. The signal, the pulse is maybe a bit too fast. Yeah, it doesn't need to be that fast, but I think that the two, what are these called? Observers, the two observers are probably the easiest way to set up a sort of redstone pulse, so I might just leave it. I don't know if this would lag out my world. Probably not. Honestly, this is a very simple solution. This thing's very easy to use. When you're making bamboo blocks, at least. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to deal with all of these chests later on, and probably redesign the storage room. But let's do the melons as well. I want to see how that would work. So, here's our melons. This is going to be a lot tricky here for the melons because I don't have any space here to work with. So we're going to have to put this under the ground, I think. And also come up with a place where I can actually access the melons. So I think instead of this barrel here, we put in the crafter here. Is this going to... Here's my question. Is this going to spit out into this barrel up here? Because that would be amazing. We're also going to need... I didn't bring a shovel. Very smart. We're also going to need to see if I can get some sort of pulse set up here. What's the best way to do this? Maybe like this. With all my big brain redstone knowledge, I feel like this should work. Wait, this is facing the wrong way. Alright, here is our observer loop here. You can see it pulsing. Alright, so let's put a full block here. And if we put a crafter like this... Oh, no items are going into it. Why is that? Oh, because the barrel's empty. Okay. Let's see, is this... Oh, no. Okay, I forgot you can do that. I forgot you can do that. Here's what I mean about the comparators. Right. We've got some melon seeds. Oh, what a disaster. Okay. Let's see. So we're really stuck for space here. This would have been a perfect solution if that worked. That would have been absolutely perfect. Let me think about this for a second. I think this is what we're gonna do. I moved the hopper down by one more, so we've got the crafter a block lower than it was before. This way I can actually work with the space underneath. And we're just gonna go for the very basic compare redstone signal strength by placing it on a bunch of blocks. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if I'm thinking about this correctly, this should empower. Yeah, this empowers. So we've got signal strength of 9 here, and the crafter does empower. So at this point, I could have. Well, could I make it shorter? I don't know. I'm just gonna pop a repeater here instead, though. Then this should work. Okay. Now the problem with that is that if there's, I mean, this only activates once, right? If I do this, it'll activate again. Shouldn't be a problem in this melon farm because it is very slow. I don't imagine there'll be many times when you can craft multiple blocks at once after we've emptied it. So yeah, like so. that looks really satisfying. I put the rest of these melons in here. Yeah, it's gonna keep making them until it's out. And it didn't craft another melon seed. No, it didn't. Okay. Great. Okay. I think this is it. I think that works. So all we need to do now is gonna block off this water for a second. Oh, yeah, that's not how you craft the melon. There we go. And then put a barrel up on top of here. And free the water. Yeah, that's gone into the crafter. We don't want that. And let's just try putting some more melons in here artificially. Oop. This should 5 melon slices. Should come out to 1 melon block in the barrel only. Yes, that worked. Okay, I am so happy with that. And we didn't end up with more melon seeds, so that's fantastic. And I should be able to be honest, to just cover this up. Let's put a torch down just in case something decides to spawn. And break the crafting table. Put the flour back down. And let's make half. I think that's it. It's fully concealed. I'm actually really proud of that. The fact I managed to hide all of that redstone in there. And I'm just gonna let it go. I'll let it run for a little bit and see if anything breaks, if there's any melon seeds that appear in there. How about here? Is this thing still fine? Yeah, it's still chucking away at this chest. No issues with it at all. We're back at the plaza here. Let's do some building. I feel like doing some building just now. There's a little bit more crafting we could do with the crafter, but I think we're gonna leave it for just now. I'm gonna have to think of ways of doing them in the bee farm, and I think in the bone block farm, the moss farm, we could set up a crafter as well, but they're not urgent, so we're just gonna leave it. I think what I really want to do is start filling out this area underneath here and create a sort of a natural slope. So I guess it's better to say that we're doing some terraforming just now rather than building. But I really want to build with these new Tuff blocks, so I want to finish this off and actually start putting them into my build that I'm going to be doing here. I'm so excited for it. But let's get this done first. Let's do the more boring part first before we actually start the build. So I should probably start off by explaining my vision here so we know what we're doing here together. These are mock-ups of some stairs here. These are going to be the big main stairs that you take in to get into the castle town. The big key sort of focal area for the side of the island that we're on. There's going to be big gates here, and you're sort of always going to be able to see the star peeking through as well. Big castle walls going around both sides of the hill there. There's going to be buildings everywhere. It's not going to be nearly as open space as it is now at the end. And I think to sort of emphasize the grandness of this place I wanted to have, I think we're going to go for the slightly less steep stairs. This are the more gradual ones. So these are every 2 blocks we move up a block. So you could probably cut this down and make these slabs as well if we wanted to, but this is fine for just now. I think I prefer the way this looks. When you think about it from being down there, it feels like it's a lot more majestic maybe if you have a really long climb up rather than a really short narrow one. So yeah, let's go with this one. Okay, now that we have the outline of the stairs, there's two ways to go around this. Either there's like a gradual little slope here that curves them out like so, or we could have them be on supports of some sort, but I think I prefer the slope idea. I want it to look more natural, like this hill was a reason why the castle was built on top of it. So we're gonna have some sort of a hill here somewhere, probably connecting like this a little bit. Going to be expanding a lot of this dirt out. So it kind of meets up maybe around here. Yeah, that would make sense. Oops, I want that there. We're gonna go through a lot of dirt here. It's probably easier to show it than to explain it though, so let's go on to it. Right, what do you think, guys? I think it's really hard to tell what this is gonna look like before the grass spreads. Somehow my brain doesn't register the shape because all I can see are the blobs of different textures. But I think it's looking pretty good. At least this side where the grass has spread a lot more. That's looking pretty good. This side I'm not too sure yet, but I'm not gonna sit around and wait for the grass to spread. Oh, there's some dirt here. Yep, this is hollow. I'm gonna do something with this bit, I think. I think it'd be cool to have something under the stairs, so that is my excuse for, for leaving it hollow just now. But I'm gonna get started on the stairs here now. I have an idea. Basically, now that we have the tough blocks, look at this, guys. We got the stone brick, tough brick, and deep slate brick, and they have this really smooth gradient now. And I kind of want to use that in the stairs. So we're going to start off with deep slate at the bottom. Bottom? Why did I say that's so weird? Deep slate right here, and then tough in the middle, and then stone at the top. So this will actually match with the stone we have on the other side. These stairs are definitely going to need slabs or something to get up quickly. We have this stone right here. So that's gonna, oh, XP, that's gonna match perfectly in. We're gonna extend the stone around this side. And then this bit here will be the stone. Tough, deep slate. So, so let's get on to it, I guess. Okay, I think we're gonna start it right here. And we're gonna texture it later on. And then I think we want a slab. And then back on. Actually, what is the best way to do this? Gotta figure out the position of our slab. So we've got two options here. We can either slab it like a so. How does this look if we do that? This is okay. Then we have this little gap where the grass is taller than the stairs, and I don't think I want that. So let's do it the other way around. So instead of the slab, instead of the slab going here, I think we put the slab here, and then we put brick, slab on top. Whoops, like so. Then we have the stairs slightly sticking out, but I might put like a wall around this or something, so that should look better than the grass sticking out. Yeah, I think I prefer that. So let's do this. What do we think? It's a pretty smooth transition, isn't it? We can make this even better though by bringing down some of the tough into the deep slate and then bringing some tough up into the smooth stone. I think would do great. Let's see. You have to be very careful with this so we don't overdo it. But maybe making the transition row sort of in between tough and deep slate would look really nice. And then something you really want to do is make sure you don't have a very straight cut off. So we want to put some deep slate up into the tough as well. And similarly here, you can see there's a very clear line between only tough and then a bit of mix. So we're going to bring some stone down into the tough as well. Yeah, I think that already makes a really big difference as it looks. But I think I need a little bit more on this side. It kind of sticks out to me as too much deep slate maybe. So let's bring the tuff down even more. And then similarly on this side, bring the stone down. Okay, now I think we're good to go to move on to texturing and decorating. Ta-da! What do we think? I think the texturing has helped a lot for the gradient to blend in. It's not as clean looking now. I think it still looks good. I almost feel like the deep slate maybe I've over textured. And particularly I think these little bricks stand out a lot. What are they called? The tiles. They feel a lot darker than the other ones. So maybe let's replace those with just bricks. But overall I'm quite happy with the texturing. And I think it looks especially good up here. I sort of blended in some polished andesite and also some smooth stone, and I think that really helps. This bit here still needs a lot of work, and I'm not sure how I feel about the lampposts, guys. Is it too much? They feel kind of bulky and a bit imposing, and I don't know if that's the vibe I was going for. But I do think they look nice, like they're aesthetically pleasing. I just don't know if it's quite matching the vision I had. It might look better once we actually have the big gates and the wall going around here, so I'm going to leave it for just now. This is the main entrance of the city, the town, the castle, so it does need to look proper intimidating, I guess, a little bit, but this might be a bit too much. I do really love the new copper bulbs though. They are so nice. Beautiful texture, and you don't need to have any little buttons on it or any redstone on them. You just click them and you can take away the redstone and it stays on. It's perfect. I have a confession to make, guys. I don't know if I mentioned this. I don't think I did. Back when I was building Rainbow Road, I was coming up with ideas for sheep pens, and one of them was using copper rods, and I might have made too many of them by accident, and then decided not to use any of them. So my copper supply right now looks like this. Yeah, I know. So I really need to get some copper. I have a little bit in here, like a stack of ore, but I'm gonna need more than that. So I think I'm just gonna make a little trip out to the caves. I basically need to get the same color palette going as what I've got here. So that's copper, jungle wood. The woods are fine, the spruce wood. The mushroom blocks might be a bit of a problem. I think I'm gonna need to farm those up. Don't know if I have any more dripstone. I probably need to get some dripstone blocks as well. And then the bone blocks are fine, the sandstone's fine, the quartz we're also really low on. So before I can proceed with making the gates that are going to have the same color palette, I really need to get some resources. So I'm off to do some caving. By far my most favorite way to cave for copper is using these water caves down here. Especially with my aqua affinity and respiration. Look at this. There's so much copper here. And here's a little trick, guys. You're gonna run out of water, just carry a magma block with you and just stand on it while you're caving. It is great. If you have all the correct enchantments, this is such a breeze and there's zero creepers to worry about. And to be honest, most of the time you don't even need a magma block. You can probably just dig a hole in the wall until you get water fast enough. Check this out, guys. Look at how much copper we've got now. This should certainly do it. So let's get on to building the castle gates. I'm so excited to do this. Let's get started here at the gate. So the vision I have here is we have a big gate sort of going around from here to here, probably whoop like so. It's going to be quite a big one. And I think on both sides of the gate I want almost like a watchtower kind of look. So we're going to have a couple circular blocks here like so. I'm sure I can even out the circle to be a bit better later but we're gonna have a few circles around this side and the same kind of symmetrical on the other side. But let's work on the main gate first. I think I want this do I want to use spruce? I think I do want to use spruce, but that kind of ruins the look of the lamppost, doesn't it? Oh well, we'll worry about that later. Do you want it to be fairly tall, I think? Another thing to consider is I want the wall to be at least 3 blocks thick. So if this is the start of our gate, we'll probably finish around here, which makes it perfect because then we can have the actual bit that hangs down. the actual gate part with like the iron bars, or maybe I'll use fences or something. Kind of here in the middle, sandwiched in between those two borders. It's a work in progress, guys. Yeah. I think I want to use these grates for it. Now, I need to get them a little bit less pristine. I need the oxygenated version. Which, to be fair, I never thought about how I'm going to wax all of this. Whoops. I'll think about it later. But yeah, I'm working with the scale here and the proportions of it, which is kind of tricky because I built this a few times and then I realized it looked off because you need the grates to look like they can cover the remaining space to pass through, basically. So these pillars are 8 blocks tall. So I needed to make sure I had at least 8 blocks of grates here, 8 tall. And now it looks a bit more proportional. I tried something slightly different on the other side with the framing, but I don't think I like it. I don't like the double arch. In fact, I think this one also at the front looks a bit too triangular, maybe, unless like an arch. So I'm gonna need to rework it. But yeah, this is what we're working with. I'm gonna let it oxidate a little bit and see what it looks like then. I want the sort of in-between states between the greens and the coppers. I've been working away at the gate and it's nowhere near done. That kind of looks menacing when it zooms in like that. Oh, let's stop. Oh. How did it turn up? There we go. What do we think, guys? It's coming together a bit more now. I have a better idea of what I'm wanting to do. Two things that really stick out to me here. I'm quite happy with the way the fences and the grates look. You know what? They oxidized? Not at all. Not a single one of them has oxidized. Like, how is that possible? Whereas these 3 blocks of copper, yeah, they're all done. So I don't get it. I even had to double check. Be like, can these oxidize? And they can. Why none of them have? I don't know, but I'm not covering the slide up just so I can wax them later. But yeah, looking at it from the front here, I'm quite happy about this way it looks. It needs a bit more detailing, but we can get to that. What really sticks out is this tower and kind of in a bad way, to be honest, guys. So we do have a lot of texture there, but we lack definition. It's kind of too flat. You know, there's nothing sticking out, there's nothing going in. I think we need a bit of windows in there, maybe. Definitely leaves would help, but before we get to that, maybe some other decorations like little buttons hanging off it. I'm kind of feeling like a little stripe there at the top, like a darker color. And then this sort of foundation bit with the spruce logs also needs changed, I think, to something else. I kind of want to do what I did there with the logs kind of sticking out at the side, so I think I'm going to change that to maybe bricks. Bring in that tuff there and then add spruce on the side as an extra. But overall, I'm happy with the height of it. I like the grates. I just wish they would stop. I wish it to change color already because it's so hard to tell what it's going to look like when it's the more muted copper like this one. This one goes excellently with the jungle wood, so I think it's going to look a lot more cohesive. Also, I love cauldrons here for like the spikes to go into to kind of mimic holes in the ground that you would have. But yeah, I'm quite chuffed with this, so I'm gonna keep working on it, build up the second tower, and fix this one for sure. Guys, I am whoops, I am beyond chuffed with the way this turned out. I can't wait to show you. Are you ready? I don't know if I'm ready. Oh, look at it. This thing looks so good. Do you mind? I'm recording. Anyways, I was just grabbing some screenshots of it. Now I'm on fire. Yeah, good. Yeah, I was grabbing some screenshots of it, waiting for it to turn night so I can appreciate the way it looks lit up. I think it looks even better at night than at day, to be honest, guys. I don't know how I managed to build something as good as this. I hope you guys agree. Not with the I managed to build part, but with the fact that it's good. I think it looks wonderful. Love the color palette. Let's take another look into it. Look at it. Let's walk through the gates. Let's walk through the city gates. The castle gates. Let's do it. Can you hear some really cool soundtrack? Hopefully I put some really cool soundtrack on for this. And oh, very disappointing in here. So these copper grates were taking absolutely forever to oxidize, so I ended up removing them and spreading them out, and then I put some more back in just so I can actually finish the video. This is taking forever. And yeah, overall, really chuffed with this. Oh, look at that. That one's spread on its own. Well, we have... Oh, this one's done as well. Well, we have a look from the top. We have these little scaffolding ladders up for just now. I might leave them though. I like the way it just goes up right to the center. This is the top of our gate. Yeah. Cool, isn't it? I just love this. I love this thing so much. It took me a crazy amount of time to figure out the color palettes, the accents I needed to put on there. And just take a look at this thing. Just take a look at it. Oh dear. I'm so proud of myself. Love the color palette, love the quartz at the top with the dark oak and the copper and the tuff. And like we bring in the tuff here into the dripstone, and so chuffed with it. I could go on for ages, I think, describing everything that went through my head trying to build this, like the texturing and the detailing. To be honest, there's not even that much detail. I think it works. There's not too much of it and there's not too little. I think the windows and the trapdoors are enough for the towers. Yeah, so chuffed for that. But unfortunately, I am completely out of time. I need to upload this video in literally 3 hours and it still needs to render and upload and everything. So I'll leave it for just now. Please do let me know what you guys think of the gate. The walls are going to look very similar to this, but before we can get into them, I'm out of mud. Yeah, I'm out of mud, so we're going to need to build a wheat farm and a modificator and all that good jazz next episode. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye!